Salut tout le monde, je m'appelle Sean Boulan, j'ai 27 ans et j'habite à Lyon, France. Et bienvenue à mon Instagram Takeover à la française. Hey guys, if you didn't catch that, my name's Sean, 27 years old, living in Lyon, France. And I'm doing the Instagram Takeover today. I'm looking forward to taking you guys around my life, telling you just how possible it is for you to go teach English wherever you want, and the fact that it's probably easier than you think. And I want to encourage you guys to do that. But anyway, I'm going to take you around my life, show you what I do, show you the sites, and answer any and all questions that you guys have. So looking forward to taking you on this journey with me. So just to tell you a little bit about me, I've been living in France for 4 years now. I lived in Nice for 2, and now I live in Lyon. Absolutely love it here. The reason I can live in France is because I'm a dual citizen, so I have French and American nationality, thanks to my dad, who's fully French, and so that is why I can live here. But don't worry, there's a way for you to come live here too. It's called the TAPIF program, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yes, other than that, I am also working on my soccer or football certifications here in France to become a football coach. So that's one of my passions. I was a goalkeeper in college, and so that's something I've been able to do here. Other than that, I'm also part of a CrossFit gym here, and yeah, just loving life, traveling when I can, and having an absolutely great time. Hey guys, so every day I teach individual classes online. That's one of the main ways I make some money here in France. And to give you a little look at what I do, I thought I'd have one of my students share with you a little bit about why you should come to France.
Hi, my name is Florian. I'm 37. I'm from France. I'm electronic engineer, and I'm taking classes with Sean for 5 months because I need to practice more my English for my job. And you need to come in France to teach English here because everyone here needs to practice their English in France.
So guys, just finished a couple classes this morning. A light day for me. Usually I can teach anywhere from 3 to 7 or 8 classes a day. Today's just 3. So I'm gonna go work out. I go to a gym, a CrossFit gym called CrossFit Moria. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys around. And on the way, I'll talk to you a little bit about the TAPIF program and how you can come teach English here in France. So guys, welcome to my walk. So the TAPIF program is a government program in France where you can apply to in order to teach English. It's basically, I think you're on a student visa of some kind, but I'll touch the link up here where you can actually go and look up some information. Basically, it's pretty much the best way, and I would even say maybe the only way, to actually be able to teach here in France if you don't have a European passport. So I highly recommend you look into that because there are specific times that you can apply, and you want to make sure you know all the details in the right amount of time because French administration is always difficult. So part of my life I've learned is to stay balanced while traveling, and one way I do that is by working out, something that's familiar, easy to do, and a great way to connect with people. So if you're trying to go live abroad, I highly recommend trying to find something you love to do, whether that's a sport or a hobby or a passion of any kind, because for me it's been a great way to help my mental health and also a great way just to meet people here in France, both that speak English and that speak French. So guys, I thought I would get more into the details and answer some of your questions on what it's like to live in France, the cost and things like that. But before, just to give you a little bit of context, before I came to France, I got my 4-year degree, or my bachelor's degree, at Dallas Baptist University. I studied intercultural studies, kind of like a practical sociology. I then started working for 6 months in Dallas. It was at that time that I did my TOEFL certification. I did it all online. It was super easy to get done. It was really good quality teaching as well to prepare me to be an English teacher. I then moved to France in August 2018. It took about 3 months. I worked as a server to get some paperwork done and stuff like that. And then, I officially started teaching in January 2019. And my first job was at a teaching center here in France. So as a teacher here in France, I work as a freelancer or contractor. And I work with a variety of training centers or teaching centers here. Basically what happens is these training centers propose different contracts to me, and I can either accept them or reject them based on my schedule. The contracts are between 15 to 40 hours of lessons, and they can last anywhere from 3 months to 6 months depending on the speed of the student. Each one has their different requirements, and then basically then I teach the class. They could be individual classes, so one-on-one classes, or they could be group classes. Each training center is a little different, so I work as a contractor. I prefer to do that because I can control my time, my schedule, and honestly, compared to online platforms, they pay a little better, and it's a little easier to manage. I also wanted to say that I teach a variety of classes. So my online classes are all usually with French students through French teaching centers, but I also teach face-to-face classes as well with those teaching centers. I also teach at universities or business schools. The two schools I teach at here in Lyon are Amos Sports Business School and CMH. I love teaching at Amos because I get to teach about English and talk about sports at the same time, which are two of my passions. But anyway, I like the variety. It keeps me active. It keeps me moving. I don't just sit at a desk all day. And I applied for these jobs just like you would apply any other job. I sent my resume or my CV. I found the job through LinkedIn or Indeed, and I would apply for the job. As I've gotten more experience, it's become easier because obviously as you get more experience, more people want to hire you. So I thought I'd try to answer some of you guys' questions. You guys submitted some good questions. Keep submitting them. I'll try to answer them throughout the evening. But this one is a great question. So pace of life. So I work a 35 to 40 hour week. Again, that's my choice. To live comfortably in France, you probably don't need to do that. If you wanted to do the TAPIF program, the great part about being a part of the French schools is that you have a holiday basically every 6 weeks. So there's a school holiday for 2 weeks every 6 weeks of school. So that would be a great moment to travel, go to different places in Europe, and discover and explore. And I highly recommend you do that while you're here and take advantage of every moment you can to go visit so many different countries around Europe. So to continue off of this question, just to add a little more, cost of living. So everything's relatively cheaper in France. I mean, you make less money than maybe you'd make in the United States. I would say maybe you make 75% of what you make in the United States. Pays a little different. You get paid once a month rather than twice a month. But in the end of the day, for me personally, I save about the same amount of money in my job in the United States as I have in France. Again, my situation's a little different. If you did the TAPIF program, I don't imagine you would save that much money. It'd probably be a good amount to live for the 7 months that the program lasts, but you probably wouldn't have enough to put in the bank afterwards, compared to maybe some other countries. So make sure you take that into consideration. So, fun fact, I actually live up 5 flights of stairs, and there's no elevator. So another great part about living in France is you just naturally work out. So just thought I'd add the bonus fact. But anyway, head into practice now. Hopefully I'll get to show you guys a little bit of what sports in France look like. So stay tuned. Just got back from practice. It's like 9 p.m. here. Long day, but I figured I forgot to kind of show you guys what Lyon looks like. So here's a couple pictures of Lyon. Hey guys, well, I'm gonna wind down this Instagram takeover. I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of what my life looks like in France. If you're ever in Lyon, please say hi. I love to grab a beer or a drink and get to know your story in your life. I'm gonna put my Instagram handle right there if you want to follow me or if you have any more questions. And again, just thank you very much and à tout à l'heure.